stability.
I think, well, the story is pretty much the same, pretty clear for both of us. I met Rosa when I used to work at Xilinx.
Yeah, and then he came up to talk to me, and I thought he was odd. He was just like any other engineers.
Yeah, right. Well, I approached Rosa because, she's someone that looks like my other peers or my age, and, we're kind of probably similar background, at least in terms of skin color, right? And so that's kind of the reason why I approached Rosa. It's also the fact that there's not a lot of girls in a company, so, just kind of want to know other women engineers out there. So that's how I approached her. So as I said, I've known Rosa since about 2001, but I didn't really start asking her out, or we didn't really start dating until about 2 years ago. And in fact, I think today is March 31st, and I actually asked her out 2 years ago on April the 1st. So I gotta say that was gotta be the best April Fool's date I have. But no joke, okay, no joke about that one. But yeah, I was really nervous, and I don't know how did you feel at first? How did you feel about that night?
I knew it was coming.
So you know what's coming? Yeah, Rosa's she's kind of like me. She's kind of like calm. But I actually asked her out. I decided to kind of sit down and it's on this bench, but I think we're on the other side. I can't remember exactly. And I asked her out here, so we had a good talk. And after we actually ate to Johnny Rockets. That's where we're at. So and then what did you think about that night?
It was interesting. Yeah, we just kept walking around downtown San Jose over and over again. I know he has something to say, but he's not willing to say it. And I'm just like, I'm getting hungry. Yeah. Come on, feel it.
Right. Well, here I was really nervous. I was really nervous, and I think you can tell, but I'm glad I took that risk.
For you, I'd make a promise of fidelity, now and for eternity.
So what are our common interests? I don't know. I would say snowboarding, but I'm not sure if he likes it as much as I do. But I know he tries. I mean, he just got his new equipment the past weekend, and that's been like his first set of equipment in 6 years.
That's right, because I know Rosa really likes snowboarding. So one of the things that I found out when she likes snowboarding, I really tried to pick up snowboarding so that I could be with her when we first started dating.
In fact, before we started dating, I accidentally told him that I would never date someone that does not snowboard.
And then yeah.
I think he took it really seriously.
Yeah. So I'm just doing it for, I love doing it now because Rosa taught me a lot. And but it's also, I guess it's dual purpose. It's also to chase her.
See, then this is why I love about him.
Well, for one thing that attracted me to Rosa was the fact that she was also a fellow believer in Christ. That's sort of, at least my part, gotta have to go to be Christian. And so that's what attracted me the most to Rosa. But at the same time, I know she's someone I'm comfortable with, and I think she understands me, and we seem to share the same interests. She likes science fiction. She's definitely an engineer type, and she understands. She appreciates when I like these kind of gadgets, and also like reading books. And she's definitely aware of what's going on in the world, because I like geopolitics, and so we were able to hold a conversation like that. So that's just some of the superficial thing. But other than that, I know Rosa's very patient. She's very kind, and then she really does try her hardest to be my best friend. So I think at the end of the day, that's really what matters.
Filled without the things that my love for you now brings.
So one funny thing about Rosa, well, I think she's a little bit OCD. Obsessive compulsive disorder. And the reason I say that is because whenever I'm cooking, she's actually cleaning the stove or the top of the stove right when I'm still cooking, and I'll be like, Rosa, let me just finish cooking it because it's still gonna be dirty again. And just another thing that she does, I thought was kind of funny, is that yeah, and we use a dishwasher, which is fine. But sometimes in the beginning when we were dating, when I cleaned the dish, I had to really scrub it hard, and everything's got then put it in the dishwasher. So it's like you're washing it twice. I said like, you need just to kind of wipe it, just make sure the dirt's out there, and then just put it in. So, but I can see there's a good value for that. I know that whenever I go to Rosa's place, it's always clean. I always know it's clean, and it's just a really safe environment to be with. So yes, it's kind of silly, but I really just appreciate that she does that.
Okay, something funny about Marcus. Okay, don't say I said it. He is like almost 30 years old, but he has this huge collection of robots and figurine and comic books and stuff that I only expect a 6-year-old would have. That's something that I thought it was a little bit weird to get used to at first, but yeah, that's him.
I make a promise of fidelity now and for eternity.
So how did I propose to Rosa? Well, the way I proposed to Rosa is I want to make it more special. I tried to do something that's quite unique that not a lot of guys can copy. So I think I know most people know that I travel a lot the year just before I propose to her, or 2 years before I propose to Rosa, or before I start dating her. And so I accumulate a lot of miles from United Airlines. Right? And so my idea was I wanted to propose to Rosa on top of the tallest restaurant in the world. Actually, but I think that the tallest restaurant I know of is in Singapore. So I had to keep this a secret, and I made preparation ahead of time. And my parents lived in Singapore at the time, and they also helped me with the reservation. And so just the day before we left for Singapore, I called Rosa and I said, "Hey, we're going out of town on a trip." And at first Rosa didn't believe me. And I show her the itinerary, the e-ticket, and in fact she actually went to search for Singapore within the United States because she thought I was lying to her. Right? And then she realized what happened. So we flew to Singapore, and we went to this restaurant called Equinox. It's in what was the world's tallest hotel in the world, and I proposed to her up there, overlooking the downtown Singapore. So that was definitely it took a lot of planning to do for that one, but I'm glad to be able to get the yes from her, or else.
And before that, every time we go to a nice restaurant, I would always kind of wonder, okay, is he gonna propose now? Is he gonna propose now? But yeah, I didn't think he would go that far.
Yeah, I guess no surprise there, huh? By that time.
Yeah. By the time I'm on the flight for 18 hours, I'm like, okay, I think this is it.
Well, in terms of future plan, well, I think it's kind of obvious what we're gonna do next. Well, we're just gonna head off to the chapel and get married. That's it.
Okay.
No one could replace this love for you. I take your hand and heart and everything and add to them